Hey everybody, working on the curved Tri Tailtuner again. If my count is correct, this is going to be the beginning of episode 10, something like that. And since the end of episode 9, I've gotten a few more pins into this, and it's all the way up to here. So far I haven't had to use the hammer to tap them down at all. Most of those holes that I drilled were nice and deep, so happiness is a 19 millimeter body. Okay, I'm down to the point here now where I've got to think about another piece of wire. So I think it's time to grab a little bit of cable. Okay, got some cable, and so there's the end. I'll cut off a bit, about yay long, and strip back the black stuff, cut off the white and the yellow conductors that I'm not going to use, and I'll twist up the ends on the blacks, on the black and red, strip them off and twist them up, tin them up, and then they'll be ready to go. And over here I probably should hit up these connectors with some sandpaper, get the gold paint off, and make sure they're tinned up. And then everything ought to be ready to go. And I'm not going to film the prep work that I'm going to do on this. You just heard the description of the process, so yeah, use your imagination. Okay, let's do some electronic shop. First of all, why this stuff? It's shielded, so it's got the braided metal stuff around with the 4 wires inside, more or less like this thing. And therefore you don't need like cavity paint or shielding foil or anything else. It'll be safe against EM interference. So that's why we're using this. And then to start with, I'm just going around and gently cutting a little circle all the way around. Not too hard, because I don't want to cut through that shielding that's in there. And then, yeah, let me do this. You should be able to see this. Yeah. Okay. So there's my spot that I went back to. Now I'm not trying to cut all the way through on the first shot. Then I just kind of gently drag it down. I can feel it against the silver. And if you look closely, there's the silver right there. And off it comes. And see, I only sliced off 1 or 2 little shards by accident. So this should be in relatively good shape. Gently spread it all apart. There's my conductors, and there's my shielding, which I want to twist together because I need to bind that up with my negative, my black here, and that will ground out this shielding inside this cable. And yellow and white go away, and I'm going to be using these 3. These 2 will be ground and connected together, and red's my hot. And white and yellow go away. I think I got a couple shielding wires there by accident. Got to be careful of that. Yep, got all those. Oh well. There's still enough there to work. Okay. Strip this part. We'll try it the way you're supposed to. See if it works. No, must be the next size down. No, all I'm doing is pulling the red wire out. Great. Hate it when it does that. Alright, well, that ruined that cable, huh? Let me go get some more. Now you see why I've always hated wire strippers. They don't always work right. Back when I took electronics shop in high school, we'd do it the way I'm going to do it next. Start over. So, cut it around. Very gently. Going like twice around to actually get through. Okay, now I'm starting to finally get all the way through. I can feel it. The blade against the silver stuff. I think that's about got it. And then I gently draw a line down the edge. Get the blade back in the groove and follow it again. And a third time. And I'm still not feeling the insulate. There it is. Now I feel it. Very gently, don't want to tear it up. Okay, that's probably close enough. Now, heat. Everything should just kind of come apart quite nicely. So, we want these three, and we don't want these two. So these two go bye-bye. And I didn't cut any silver this time. Very good. Now, strip this without pulling it out. Use the side, and there it is. Use the side of the blade, not the end, not the cutting edge. If you use the cutting edge, it'll like cut into these and snag instead of pulling. And repeat with the black. About 3 seconds, and there it is. You got to pull it quick before it has a chance to cool off too much, or else it will just kind of stretch on you and get messy. Alright, that's one side. Then repeat for the other side. These two get twisted together. And you tin everything. Okay, there it is, all done, both ends, twisted up, ready for tinning. Okay, hopefully the gun's going to behave itself. Looks like it. Let me see how I can get you a little closer up. That a little better? Watch my handle block it now. And I let go of the gun so it got cold. So I put the heat on the wire, and I actually put the solder not on the heat, but also on the wire, and then let the wire heat up and take the solder. A little more heat. Come on, later. Almost. There it is. Okay. I'm not quick enough with the blade, so how about that? There we go. All right, let's see here. Time for piggies to go to market, etc. All right. This little piggy goes to market. And this little piggy stays home. Oh, that's going to be a big joint. That's going to need a big piece of heat shrink. All right, those get twisted. Those are separate. And these piggies get roast beef. And that's it. And then these piggies go over here and get none. And that's the whole circuit. Now it's just a matter of soldering it all. Those might already be soldered. Okay, so we got the solder. We got the gun. I guess we'll start with this guy. That looks pretty good. Nice and shiny. Get this guy. That should do. And our negative bus is coming apart. Come here, you. Yeah. I'd actually be able to use this one. Will it fit in there? Will they stay together long enough to solder? I can feel it getting hot. A little bit of excess solder there. Might interfere with the shrink wrap. Okay, that might work. It's not the prettiest joint in the world, but should be tight. And that's all of them. Now, this guy goes over here. These need sanding. Got a bit of 60 grit here. Let's see what happens. If you ever have a contact or a wire and the solder doesn't want to stick to it, you can try this trick of sanding it. Oftentimes it's just a little bit of tarnish or whatever, dirt, that keeps stuff from sticking. Okay, I see silver there. What about this other one? Yeah, I see some silver there. That should work. Which goes which way? So that one goes there, and this one goes up here. Heat from one side, solder from the other. And the wire is set so that it stays where it's at on its own. And patience. Alright, that's enough solder. And let the heat soak in. And we should end up with a nice little silver solder bead. And not enough. It's not covering the entire hole of the terminal. That looks a little better. Where's the light? There's the light. Get this thing to come around here. It's caught in its own power cord. There we go. That's a little better. Where are we at? We're looking at come on, camera. This is the problem when you're trying to get an ultra close-up and the thing's on a stand. Sorry for all the jiggling. Okay, here we go. The boom cam. We're looking at this joint right there. Which, of course, there it is. There's my focus. So, yeah. Nice clean solder joint. Just like that. Alright, enough of that. Get back up here. Let me do the other one. Yeah, I don't think you want me for best grip. I think that's the guy who holds the camera, isn't it? Alright. It should be a good enough view. One more to go, eh? Okay, so that one's done. We bend it back out of the way. Get this one here. Heat on one side, solder on the other. And put the heat upstream, uphill. Solder runs downhill and like water and follows gravity. Heat it from the back side, let it soak through a little bit. Come on. Come on, melt. That should do. Okay. Let me go dig up the heat shrink tubing. Okay. I'm trying to keep the videos shorter here, keep the upload times down. So, there's our puppy in the rack at the moment. And I'll see everybody in the next episode. Until then, everybody, have a good one.